Hey, what's up, guys? And today we're going to be talking about this upcoming winter storm that's going to be happening in about 4 to 5 days and what the trend has been over the last couple of days. And it has trended a lot more stronger than first anticipated. So, this storm is going to affect a ton of areas with winter weather and severe weather, and we're going to talk about all of that today. So, if you guys like this video, hit the like button, and if you like weather, please subscribe. Other than that, let's get into it. First, we're going to take a look at the updated model guidance from the overnight runs, and this is the OOZ run for the European model, and you're going to see, compared to my video a couple days ago, how much more intense this storm is. So, it starts to develop around the 13th, comes on to the west coast, brings some snow to the mountains as usual, some rain to the southwest, and that really starts to develop here over like Kansas, becomes a 978, and then a 981, and then it really starts to strengthen right here, and then you can see that it turns into a very big winter storm here for areas in the Midwest and Canada, and a very severe weather for areas in the central U.S. right there. If we zoom in here, you can see bringing strong thunderstorms to these area, and the National Weather Service has highlighted this 5 days out for severe weather, which we'll take a look at that in a little bit. But you can see compared to about, let's say, like 2 days ago, 3 days ago, the storm looked like this. So we've had a very big tick west, and we have had a more intense, widespread storm. So if this trend continues to happen, which I do think that it will flip-flop back a little bit, but I think that this current model it's not going to change too much from this, and we will be looking at a pretty big storm here in the Midwest and in these states right here. And you can see that it drops to a 974 millibar low pressure system. So this is going to be one of the strongest storms we've had this year. 974 is extremely strong, and that's producing blizzard conditions in these areas of snow. And you can see there's also going to be an icing concern here as well. So what does the GFS model say? It shows something a little bit more intense, but also not quite as strong of a pressure system. But you can see, well, actually, it does show, like in the heart of the storm, it does actually show that it is stronger. My bad, guys. It does show that it's a stronger. This is a new run. This is my first time seeing it. So here the storm comes on the 13th or the 14th, at the same time as the Euro model. And you can see the storm looks a little bit more flat here. So you can see that it looks like a straight vertical line, as in the Euro model, they didn't look like that. It was kind of slanted. And that's because on the GFS, the storm is becoming a little bit more negatively tilted, where this line kind of goes horizontally the other way as the storm spins. And with that, you typically get a lot stronger storms, and which is what we see on this radar of the latest GFS model. But anyway, you see that it starts to develop here. It brings severe weather, but the severe weather is for areas a lot further north of the storm because it is so intense. Those bands of storm are a lot closer to the low pressure system, and you can see that it starts to shift negatively, starts to negatively tilt, and you can see that with this and how this, you see how this line of like snow is almost like that way, and on the other one it was kind of flipped like an X. That is what I mean by negatively tilted. And then you can see that you get a ton of other storms after this, and it stays very active. So we are going to take a look at the snowfall for this and how much we could be looking at, because it is showing some pretty hefty amounts as of now. But here the storm comes. You can see you have that mountain snow just dropping 57 inches, which for those areas is normal. But anyway, here comes the storm. You can see right there. Bang. So this storm looks like it's going to be pretty strong with widespread across multiple states of foot plus, and pretty much a very wide part of 6 to 10 inches in this purple. So even got some areas down here in the blue showing for 3 to 5 inches here on the GFS model. But what does the Euro model say? I do not know, so let's look. And why isn't it working? Okay, bear with me, guys. So here it comes. What the heck? There. Alright, here the storm comes. It starts to develop on the 14th, 15th, and you can see that snow start to fill in right about there. And you can see it's showing a much stronger storm for Canada here, but not quite as strong in the U.S. And this is the initial storm, and you can see it's only going for 8 to 10 inches, and then pretty much the same areas, but it doesn't get areas further south because it's not negatively tilted on this. It's also why it's not showing as much snow because it's not as strong. But you can see up here in Canada, it's going for 20 plus. So those areas in Canada, you're going to have a big storm from this. And you can see that in the same areas, you get more snow after that. And then another storm with the Sierra model. And we'll take a look at that just for fun. Because it looks like we're in a very active pattern here for Midwest snowstorms. So if you live in the Midwest and you want snow, this is definitely the time of year and the pattern that favors you guys. And you can see you get this another huge storm. This is the 20th, so this is only 10 days out, guys. We're going to be watching this too in the coming days. But this storm, this looks like a very significant storm, and we'll continue to watch this one. Now we're going to take a look at the blended model data for all the models combined, which is really good to look at for Snowfall. So we're going to take a look at this, and then this, and then this blends all the models together, so you get like the most accurate snow amounts. So you can see here's a storm right there. That's the length of the storm, and you can see we're 5 days out, and it's showing a widespread mean of 5 to 6 inches. So this is a very good average for 4 days out, 4 to 5 days out, really. And we're going to continue to watch this because there are going to be some changes. But it looks like we're going to have a snowstorm, and we know where. So what is this showing for severe weather? Well, it's showing this area of 30% chance for severe weather in the south and down into Louisiana and Texas, all the way up through the Midwest into Illinois and areas like that. So if you guys take a look at this, this basically means that there's going to be a high probability of severe weather in these areas with the snowstorm. So not just snowstorm. And this time of year, in the springtime, we typically get these storm setups that bring snow, but then they also bring very severe weather. And you take a look at the day 6, it moves us further to the east. And then day 7, it's pretty much too far out. They don't really call anything for 7 days out. But if you guys like snow in the Midwest, this is the pattern that looks like it's going to be very good for you guys. And you have another snowstorm after the one that just hit you guys. So other than that, guys, if you liked the video, hit the like button. If you like the channel, please subscribe.